I finished The Boys Season 5 last week, and I have one question for the writers. Are you okay? Because what I just watched was not an ending. That was a story tripping over its own shoelaces and calling it a finale. And I'm not guessing. The ratings prove it. Game of Thrones peaked at 9.9. Finale, 4.0. Stranger Things peaked at 9.6. Finale, 5.6. The Boys peaked at 9.6. Finale, 5.6. Every single show peaked early, died at the finish line. Welcome to the Hall of Bad Endings. Congratulations to everyone involved. You earned this. Season 3 was the ending. Soldier Boy, Temp V, Butcher becoming the monster he hunted. Complete story. Right there. They didn't take it. Because money exists, Butcher's Temp V in Season 3 was genuinely brilliant. A man becoming equal and opposite to the thing he hated most. Then Season 4 gave him tentacles. Tentacles. Someone in that writer's room said tentacles, and everyone nodded. And when Homelander finally gets V1, the original soup serum, most powerful version ever created, I thought, scorched earth. Nobody survives. He lasered the sky and went out like a Wednesday. Then Gen V, 2 full seasons of setup, canceled before Season 3, and completely ignored in The Boys finale. 2 seasons, 0 payoff. Season 5 finale, 5.6. The audience checked out. We just hadn't admitted it yet. This one hurts more. Because Stranger Things almost made it. Season 4, brilliant. Vecna, best villain the show ever had. Season 5 started strong. I was actually excited. Then the finale happened. And here's the most embarrassing part. Fans made an AI-generated version of the finale, and it felt more satisfying than the actual ending. An AI, no writer's room, no budget. More coherent than the real thing. Official finale, 7.5. Episode before it, 5.6. The second they stopped building and started ending, the audience felt it immediately. That's not a conclusion, that's an evacuation. Full transparency. I haven't watched Game of Thrones. I know, it's on the list. But I checked IMDb, and I checked what the entire internet has been saying for 6 years. Season 8 finale, 4.0. A show that averaged 9.2 ended at 4.0. That's not a bad ending. That's a crime. That's how bad it was. Founding member. No further questions. Spoiler warning for anime-only watchers. Skip to the next section now. Gojo versus Sukuna. Greatest battle in manga history. When Gojo died off-screen, the story felt like it had no ceiling. Then came the Sukuna cycle. Character appears, gets hyped by Sukuna, gets destroyed by Sukuna. Next character, repeat. Fans weren't excited anymore. They just wanted it to end. Then, in one single chapter, Yuji pulls Megumi back with his soul technique, Sukuna loses his vessel, and the King of Curses got turned into something that looked like this. That's what happened to the King of Curses. Credit where it's due, the Shinjuku arc finally gave Yuji the spotlight he deserved. That was genuinely good, but one good thing doesn't fix a poop ending. Death Note is a masterpiece. I agree, but L was the story. L versus Light was the engine that made every single episode impossible to put down. When L died, the story peaked. Right there. That was the ending. Nier solving Light feels too clean, too easy. Like watching someone finish a puzzle that a better character made look impossible. The show told you exactly where it should end, and then politely ignored itself. So who's actually responsible? The Boys and Stranger Things? Studio fault. Story was done, money wasn't. Every extra season was a spreadsheet decision, wearing a creative costume. JJK? Publishing pressure is brutal. Weekly deadlines? No room to breathe. Sometimes the ending breaks before the story does. Death Note? Nobody's fault. Some stories peak in the middle. The mistake was not knowing that L was always the ending. And us? We're not innocent either. We demanded more boys after season 3. We celebrated every JJK chapter without asking where it was going. The industry gives us what we reward. We reward more. And then we're shocked when more ruins everything. The exceptions exist. Breaking Bad, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, Attack on Titan, Vinland Saga. They all knew the ending before they wrote the first scene and protected it, no matter what. That's not talent. That's just the courage to end something before it ends itself. Which ending hurt you most? Writer, studio, or yourself? Who do you blame? Drop it below. Subscribe if this hit different. Until then, Rydan, signing off.